Good morning, everybody. I have pressed the go live too soon. So I'll just sit on here and I'll just add all the bits that I would normally be adding whilst... That was a bit wrong, wasn't it? But that's okay. What are we, 5 minutes early maybe? 6 minutes early? Oh dear. Never mind. Alrighty, so my name's Lorraine and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland. And if you'd just like to hang on, I'll just... I pressed go live early, Kevin. I pressed it go live early, so I'll get you to come in a minute and do that draw for me. But give me 10 minutes. I asked you to do the draw for... Yeah. Sorry about that. I've got everything all over the place now. Okay. So today, bright sunshine, but when I got up, we had rain. So there you go. Can never tell. Hi, Holly. Hi, Daphne. Lovely to see you. Yes, I'm early. I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? So instead of going at past, I went at, I don't know what it was, 24 minutes past, but there we go. So we'll have a chatter until the others catch up with us because yeah, we did go a wee bit too early, but that's all right. So it looks like up north they got hit by that. Good morning, Daryl. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. That category 5, so that wouldn't have been fun at all. Let's hope that it hasn't done too much damage, but I don't hold out much hope. So how have you been, Daryl? Been good? I was just saying I hit the button too early, so yeah, that's what happens when you're... It was funny because I wasn't really ready, and then I decided what card I was going to do. I was just about to decide how I was going to decorate said card once I decided what I was going to do. You did. You did make it live. And yeah, instead of pressing what I normally do to go back to this view that you've got now, for some reason I pressed go live. So yeah, there we go. So I am doing a fun fold today, and it's quite a simple one, so we shouldn't be too long doing it. How's your weather down there, Daryl? Okay, so yeah, who's had a look at the new catalogue? I've noticed actually, how did that happen? Oh, I noticed a couple of demonstrators have got their order, but that would have been there. I think it's what they call a PPP order. So you can actually order whilst you're on stage. And I did notice that a couple have put up today that their order has arrived. So we can't actually order it until 24th, which I'm not sure what day that is. Maybe Tuesday. I don't have a calendar here. So we can put an order in then. However, I'm probably going to leave mine until the end of March, beginning of April, because I've already made my CSV and I don't know how I'm going to go. You're okay? You've been busy with dear old Mumsy? She had her regular appointment at the eye specialist 3 hours to be told that the macular degeneration has gotten worse. Oh, that's no good. Yeah. That's one of my fears. I haven't got macular degeneration, but my eyes do. I have had one eye done for cataract, and I'm waiting now for an appointment for the next one to be done. But I'm pretty sure they're going to make me wait for about probably until towards the end of the year. I don't know. You saw that too, Holly? So I think it is, if I remember rightly, there was, because I went last year, I didn't go this year. And I believe that, I think it's called a PPP or PPE or something or the other. I think I've got it mixed up with something else. And you can order the stuff, yeah. They've started her on a course of injections. Yeah. So I have a friend, Sandra, who she has those injections, and it does it slows the process down. She has those injections, I think it's once a month, in her eye. But she doesn't seem to complain about it hurting or anything, so I'm assuming it doesn't. Good morning, Tanya. We're just holding off a tad because I went on 6 minutes early this morning. So, yeah. Oh, dear. The things I do, the trouble I get myself into, I can tell you. Never mind, hey. So we've had a little bit of a chatter in the meantime. Alrighty, so the card that I'm doing this morning is the one I got it off of Iced Images the other night. So anybody who has watched Louise's thing from the other night will see it. But apparently Susan Campfield did it first, but she did it on a smaller card. So I'm going to be doing it on a what is it, 5x7, I think it is, this morning. So the larger card. Personally, I don't mind larger cards. I don't like it when I come to post them because they're obviously more expensive. But let me have a look. Where's my ruler? There it is, hiding. So we've got 5. Yeah, 5x7 it's going to be. Good morning, Anne. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. How's your weather over there, Anne? We were just we were going to head over to New Zealand later this year, but depending, the airfares have just shot up. Of course they have because of the fuel. So we might be leaving it. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be any cheaper to go anywhere else, to be honest. All right, so let me go through what I have done so far. Now I'll just go down to the desktop. The weather's fine. That's lovely. There we go. So down to the desktop this morning. I've already cut the card base. I've used the white, and so I've cut it at 10 inches by 7 inches. So, and then I've cut another piece, which is 5 inches by 7 inches. I've got a feeling I've missed a piece somehow. No, I haven't. All right, so we have to do some scoring on this. It's nice and sunny down there. Yeah, we managed to get washing on the line. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and then we suddenly had to just pull it in. So the rest of it had to go in the dryer just to finish it off. I don't mind that. You know, lady who had those injections. Yes. Yeah, that's my friend that has them. She has never said they were painful or anything like that. So obviously it's something that they've perfected over time, which is great. All right, so I've put the card base to one side for now. And with this 5x7, I'm going to score it at, let me see, get that out of the way, otherwise we'll be cutting, a 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and 4.5. Yes, yeah, that's good. All right, so with this, we're just going to fold all of these inward, like so, and then I'll give them a bit of a burnish in a minute. But for now, I just want to fold them in right. So let's get those nice and crisp so that they fold nicely. Like so. So we went to trivia last night. We did a lot better last night. We were happier with our score. Hopefully we're starting to get back to where we were. So this is actually going to go on to the front of the card, and it will sit, if I'm correct, it'll sit like that on the front of the card. So that's how it will sit on there with these two pieces here. Okay, and let me see. Just got to work out how this goes because, like I said, I saw it earlier in the week and I haven't seen it since. So I think those two go like together on the bottom there, which gives us this diamond type fold at the top, and it will fold down. It's just like so. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to line this up. We'll get this done. Line this up. Hang on, I'm supposed to have, so I should have that much at least at either side. So let me see what this does. I want that there like that. So do those go on top of each other? Here we go. Because I haven't watched it. What's Anne doing? Making cards, so not chatting much. That's okay. I often do that when so my hubby's here. So what I'm going to do is just get him to stick his hand in here. Close your eyes. And he'll pull out a name, and this will be for the card that I'm giving away from Wednesday. Who did we get? We had Holly. So
hold it up.
They can see. Look, they can see. So Holly, we'll send that. I'll get that sent off to you. Let me pop a note on it. So this was the card that was my giveaway card for this week, and so Holly will have that being sent to her. You did? Oh, good. Well, you can tell me then how. Well, I'm having trouble with this bit at the moment because these two pieces are supposed to go either side, aren't they? And this is supposed to go somehow. So do they cross over? I'm thinking those two pieces must cross over each other on the inside, which is weird. Like so, to make that box. And what was she saying? She said something about the second line. Yeah, so it's going to have to cross over each other to make that. You know what? Whether it's supposed to or whether it's not. Mine probably will because I don't. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it goes. And then those two. So to me, there's an extra piece in there. But that's okay. All right, so basically what I want is for this to sit in the middle of here. So I'm just going to put some tear and tape down the sides because that way, I should probably just do it with glue because then if I have to, I can pull it apart. Let's do it with glue. Hi, Cheryl. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. Who was telling me what the 2 1/2-inch tabs do? Fold out, not under. That's, of course. That's where I was wondering what on earth. Thank you so much, Daryl. That's now it makes sense, doesn't it? Look at that. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, I watched it on oh look, I'm silly on a Tuesday night because I watch Iced Images and then after that I watch Inspired Ink, and so it's usually 1 o'clock in the morning before I go to bed. Why can I not find my tear and tape? Goodness me. I don't think that's... You know, my desk is so bad at the moment, I'm not surprised. What would I have done without you this morning, Daryl? Just what? So I'm just going to pop tear and tape down here. And then the same down this side. That made so much more sense. I didn't remember her having them like crossed over each other, so you haven't caught a live in a while, Cheryl? Yeah, that's it. That is it. All right, so now we know where we're going. These are all mountain folds and those two are valley folds. Now they're going to stick out while these stick in. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it's going to work. They're going to stick close together like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark. I'm just going to mark it maybe, because once you take this tear and tape off, although I could just take, is it going to come off or is it going to be... Let me see. Let me take that side, and then this side. That was the one I was a bit worried about. All right, so what I'll do instead of marking it, so now that I've got that like that, I can place this pretty centrally. That looks about right. We'll find out when we go to put the other pieces on in a minute, won't we? And then I can, it needs to come over this way a tad. And then I can take these off and we can press that down, and then we can do exactly the same this side. Taking these right off because the other one's stuck down, so it should be right. Okay, and then all I have to do is turn that over and press that down. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I do sometimes have a practice run, but yeah, this morning I was late behind with everything. Oh, come on when you're cooking dinner. Hi, Sue. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. All right, so now if I can make this pop up. There we go. This is what we have. Okay, so it's on a card, so it's going to stand up. However, if you really wanted to, you could just do it on that base. Alrighty, so that base would probably stand up on its own because of this here. $2.79 a litre. Oh, wow. We're on diesel, so it's even more expensive for us. So, yeah, they're going to fit there and there, which is great. So, these two pieces here, I'll get that off to Holly. These two pieces here, oh, for anyone who doesn't know, once a week, I'm never sure which day it will be, but I'm going to put one of the cards that put the card that I make on that particular day will be my card to send away to somebody. So on that day, when I say that this is my card for sending away, you just need to pop Happy Mail in my comments. You need to have subscribed, and then at the end of the week, I get my husband to draw it. That way there can be no problems with it. And yeah, so it'll either be a card or something. So this one this week is also having, this is only part of one of them, but it's having the template sent with it to make that. Okay. But like I said, anybody can get that template through Brandy's cards. Let me get back to doing this. So because I've used Lost Lagoon, and I think it's the first time I've used it, I decided to use that end of the paper, but it goes well with all of it. So that's what I've done. So I'm just going to stick these on here. Oh, the petrol situation is just ridiculous, isn't it? Petrol and fuel, so airfares, everything's going up. Earlier this year, they brought in local bus travel here. Like we could go from here to the bay if we to Harvey Bay, if we caught the bus for 50 cents. So, of course, everybody now, I did, Holly, I did. Thank you. Thank you for taking part. All right. The funny thing was I said to my husband, please put a shirt on before you come in case you get seen. Yeah, I do as well, Daryl. I couldn't find it, which is probably a good thing. Because I'll show you because you weren't on yesterday. See, I have these, and I can't find the I can't find the one for the one I did yesterday. But these are different ones, so you can do the circle or the star, whatever. These ones give you a squarish shape and it goes at an angle, and these give you the shell shape. So really good if you can get hold of the dies, but we're lucky that we can get those templates if we need them. All right, so these two pieces are what are going to go on here and here. If you really want to, you can pop another two underneath, but I probably won't today. So the mat for these is 6 7/8 by 7/8, and then it's 6 3/4 by 2 1/4. What am I reading to you here? 2 1/4. That's this one by 6 3/4. Yep. And then these ones are 7/8 by 6 7/8, and then the DSP that goes on these is 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, so I'll pop it up the same way as the others. I don't know, Lisa, where you would get the actual dies. It's quite an old technique. I mean, I was looking at something today. Where's that piece of? I had a piece of, I was looking at some very old stuff today from when I had the shop, and it was actually dated. So have a look at this. Lesson 3, 23rd of the 8th, 08. So long time ago, I taught that one, which is slightly different. $3.69. Oh wow. But if you go into Brandy's cards, Lisa, you can find the template that I used. I just used it for this one because, like, I knew I couldn't find the dies for you, so I don't know. Yeah. $5.45 a gallon in California. My goodness. Oh, yeah, what's a gallon? How many liters? Gosh. I know in England we used to use gallons. I know there were 8 pints to a gallon or something. But it's all liters here. So a pint and a quarter's hang on. No, can't think of it at the moment. A litre of water is a pint and 3/4. So, yeah. And if there's 8, yeah, too hard, not working it out. brain dead this morning. But that sounds expensive. So these two pieces are 1 inch by 1 inch, and I'm just going to score them at 1/2 inch, and we're just going to fold them in half because they make the little tabs that they can be any size you want them to, but they make the little tabs to put across the front. So you can get off there. So now that I've stuck these down, so this one's going to go in here, and this one is going to go in here. $4.69. Wow. My cousins are in California. They're in San Diego. So I'm going to stick those down. I'm really liking that with the Lost Lagoon. Okay, so this is part one. And part two. You've found the information for the ribbon card? Yeah. So yesterday I did, what I did was I was playing around a bit. And I've got it here still. Here. And I did one piece with actual ribbon through it. You can see I've just stuck it through the back there. And I put the ribbon through. The blue was just to show up where, because someone suggested, now who suggested it, can't remember, that it does look pretty, doesn't it? Embossed that piece, and it looks great. The only trouble is I embossed it the wrong way round. What I should have done, or I put the ribbon on the wrong way round. It should have been, you should have the embossed. I've got the debossed, but that down the center of a card looks really quite good. Okay, so that's just another way that you can do it. With this one, I just popped the little things down there. And then yesterday, instead of doing it as a panel down the side, I did it as the opening. So you can see it's on the fold of the card. And then when I did the inside, I just made sure that this is the writing bit and we had that color coming through there. So yeah, lots of different ways you can use it. Now we're going to put, no, we're not. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop these on, and they're going to sit either side of this crease in the middle. The reason being, we're going to use that to put because that comes up into a point. When it comes up, you're not going to be able to stick anything on there. So we want to be able to stick the greeting across there, and I haven't even chosen the greeting yet. So I'm just thinking I might just put a bit of tear and tape on those just to stick them down, and easy to do. I'm just going to pop one piece. I think it'll be enough. And the reason we're putting it on now is because we're going to put the panels on and we can cover it. You've made a lot of the lattice cards, Anne. Yeah. They were all the thing a few years back. Like I said, those others I did in 2008. So goodness knows when I did the lattice ones. Probably around the same time-ish. All right, so where do I want it? I'm going to put it. It's a bit crooked, never mind. I'm going to put it right up against there, and I'm going to pop it down. And then I'm going to do the same with this piece. This is going to give us something to hold our sentiment. So again, putting it up close to there and sticking it down. Okay, so that, like I said, that'll give us a platform for our, good morning, Marlene, how are you? Get some glue on there. Where did that come from? Now we can stick these down. So we're going to pop those there and there, and as you can see, that will now cover. There are a lot of templates on Pinterest. Yep, absolutely. Actually, I think I did see that one from Brandy's cards on Pinterest too. All right, so this one is going to go here. Now these do have less of a gap, but that's so that it's supposed to all stay in line, which mine's not. So I cut the first lot and then I thought I've done it wrong. And then I realized that the one that I was measuring it against was wrong, not the ones I'd done. So, and then we will pop this one in here like so. And then basically that's our card. You can see we've got the paper, the DSP that I'm using is the product of the month, which is Painted Illusions. So I thought I would use it. It's not this month's. I think it was maybe last month's. This month's is the cute little ducks and what have you. Is it a bit rough up your end, Marlene? Are you getting much from that cyclone or? I know it's quite a way further north, but even so. Hi, Debbie. How are you this morning? Dairy Queen ice cream shop had a free small ice cream cone today. Oh, how lovely. Oh, dear. You feel $1 million now. That's great. With this much, yes, I didn't get it, and I had no plan to get it. I don't want to put in an order. I just don't want to put one in. So I've got to try and steer clear. All right, so now I have to decide what we're going to put on here as a pattern. And I'm thinking that I want to go with, what's that fabulous saying? I want a large, here, this one. Is that dies? Yeah. So I'm thinking of using these dies, but it only says just because, which is a bit sad. These are the Words of Beauty dies. And I have used them. Yeah, so we've got the just because, or we can just use it as it is. That one go over there? Yeah, looks like that one goes there. I wonder why we've got two. All right, so I could sort of use that and put it on a, maybe not. Maybe not. So I'm going to use some of this on here as the decoration. So I've got about half an hour because I started early. What have we got? Husband and son get to pick up our frozen food we stored during the power outage. Oh, okay. So where did you store it, Debbie? Yeah, that's me, Tanya. I'm trying to hang out until April. I know. I know. Who's got a new hairdo? Marlene? Has Marlene got a new hairdo? Oh, you love this card? Yeah, it's quite a sweet card. I believe if you want to do it smaller, I believe that Louise said that Susan Campfield made a smaller one. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to put on there yet. But what I am going to do, I'm going to stamp a couple of these. And yes, I do now know. And let's have a couple of these as well. That's my favorite flower there. But I think these will look pretty good going up the sides here. So they're not exactly the same, but we can work with that. So let me have some, it's not wide enough, so we'll use this bit. We'll do some stamping and then I'll cut some bits out. So I'm going to use basic grey because I usually do. Did I get Lost Lagoon in there? Oh, I did get Lost Lagoon in the ink as well. That's right. So we need some blocks. There's one. Ooh, those are a bit longer. There's two. Will that fit on there? Not that way up, it shouldn't. That one will just fit on there, so that's good. Turn that one over and pop it on there. Right. So we'll do some stamping and then I'll cut these out. Okay, so we have that one. And we have, that one didn't come out very clear. I'll do that one again. That's better. And then we'll do beautiful. Let's see how these come out when I'm going to cut them out. I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to put them on there, but we will certainly try. So remember the other day I'm like, I'm sure I had dies for these, and it turns out that that's the die for that one. And this, and everybody was apparently shouting at me and saying, the dies are there. Suzanne said to me, she said, I was yelling, the dies are there. So we've got, trying to line them up. It's a bit hard. Just when you think you've got it. I think that's it there. Let me put some tape on there before I go any further. I like it when I can do more than one. So I'll pop some more tape up this end. I've got very good just lately with the tape thing. I used to be very lazy about it. Didn't want to put it on there. And then I messed up a few times and it taught me the lesson. So because I went early this morning, I didn't even manage to bring my cup of tea in. And would you believe, normally I don't think about it. And because it's not there, I'm thinking, oh, I should have a sip of my tea that's not there. But anyway, it's all good. So we'll do this one as well. I'm going to pop them all through. See, this one here didn't quite take down there, so I can pop all these through together. We'll see what we've got. I've got one of those, and one of those. Might have to do a wee bit of colouring. Might have to do an extra one somewhere. We'll see. So I was thinking of just probably popping one up either side there, and because they go in opposite ways, I don't think it overly matters that they're different sizes. So we'll do a bit of colouring, and it won't take us long because we're let me do Old Olive, and let's do Petunia Pop, I think, just to bring out that pink. So we'll do that to start with. Why am I bringing out those? I don't want those. I want these. So two different colours completely, probably. This is Pretty in Pink. Just to do the, let's hope these come out properly today. Oh, would you believe it? It's raining again, and when I sat down here, it was sunny. So just doing these little flowers. You might be able to hear it actually. I hope Suzanne's going well with her moving. I believe she had to pick the keys up today. That'll be nice for her. All right, I'm not even going to try and blend or anything like that with these, simply because it's just going to be so small. So we're just going to do the leaves. Ooh, it is raining. Glad I did washing the other day, yesterday. It's been odd weather. Like it's a bit humid at the moment. Usually once it rains, the humidity goes out off a little bit. We'll see. So I'm just literally drawing lines in here. There's not much to colour. I just need to take the plainness off of either side of the, and like I said, because I hadn't had time to put a lot of thought into it this morning. Oh, I've missed a flower. Look at that. I missed two. And I missed a leaf. There we go. And then I think what I might do is just get the, oh, what have I got? Pumpkin pie. That is Catering Craze, I think, isn't it? Yeah. And then what's this one? Timid Tiger. I don't want that. Maybe this. Is this the one that, one of these has started pulling out when I, so this is just to do that little ferny bit, just to give it a bit of colour. I mean, if it's pampas grass, they're usually cream, but anyway, there's a little bit in there as well. And then we'll just do this one. And then this one is, I don't have any of the browns. I have to get some of the browns. Let me see, what's this one? This is peach pie. What colour's that in comparison? Oh, that's very yellow. All right. So we'll just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I might just do some stems on this one because it's very bland otherwise. There we go. We'll have a look and see how this goes on here. So what I was going to do is just going to put one each side, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. What do you think? Do you think that'll be enough? I'm going to pop them up. Let me do that, and then if I have to add something, I will. How are we going? Yeah, that's still all right. Gave myself an extra 5 minutes, didn't I? And then this one, I was sort of going to pop either here or here, but we'll see. I don't have to use that one at all if I don't need to. So I thought we'd just pop these on. This is where it would be good to use ephemera. But you need to have the really good ephemera packs with you know, good stuff on it. So I'm tempted. I'm going to go through all my kit boxes that I've got and take all the bits that I haven't used. I'm going to take out and I'm going to put on my cards. I'm still deciding on whether to go with the paper pumpkin or not. I love the idea of going with it and probably making one or two cards the way they suggest, but I really like the idea of doing my own thing. I was thinking maybe there and then another one there. I've still got to work out what I'm putting across there. And I really wanted something quite, I'm going to have to do it in a circle, I think, to cover that. And find something that's going to be quite a good size. Actually, Nope, they're too small. So in the birthday celebration one, they had this big one which said "Make a Wish," and that's not in there because that's it there. All right, I've been waiting to find where that one came from. So I might have to. This one is one that's not overly sticky. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. And then I'll do it on here. And then possibly, oh, I wanted a circle, didn't I? I might have to do it on something bigger. And then I'm going to pop it onto a circle. A squircle. Make a wish. There we go. And I think I will do the good old stylish shapes, which luckily are staying. How good is that? I think that will fit in there, but I'd like to do the other one around the outside of it in the blue. Put that away before I lose it. So this one is going to be around here, and the good thing about a circle is I don't have to worry. Just make sure it's in the middle. So I'm going to put that on there, but I'm going to cut this in the moss lagoon. So pop that on there like that, and then on there like that. And I think that'll work. Do you think that's enough at the sides there? She just put a couple of little things there. She didn't put much there at all. That's true. I mean, I get rid of a lot of stuff every time I move, Debbie, but yeah, then I still seem to get it back again. Oh, okay. You got the March one with the hummingbirds on. Hummingbirds are cute. Yeah, we've been moving about every 3 years, 2 to 3 years. We did have a time where we had 3 years in one place, and then we did 6 months and 6 months, and that was really bad. Then we did 3 years in the last place, and now we've just moved here, so hopefully this will be for longer. Yeah, if you're in the military, you do keep moving. I did. You're absolutely right, Cheryl. I will fix those leaves up. Oh dear, I've just gone up to see to catch up with everything. Ah, okay. That's enough, is it, Holly? Thank you. Um, yeah, my dad was in the Navy, and he was mostly just around England after he and Mum got married, but prior to that, he was all over the world. Um, but we've lived in several different countries, and it's good. It's a good experience to live in different countries and learn different cultures and different languages and stuff like that. Just as well, I've got you people there keeping an eye on what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got make a wish. That needs, I'm hoping that's going to stick. So when that pops up, that will also pop out as well. So you've got that sticking, and you can't see those tabs unless you like look at it from the side. All right, so we've got those two, and I have to fix up. Wow. Maybe I do need to get my eyes done sooner rather than later. Just right here. Have I missed any more? I don't think so. Thank you so much for that. All right, now I don't think I need this piece on there. What I might do is sort of pop it on the inside. So I think because it's such a great big card, and we've also got a layer on the layer, what I might do is just not put an insert, but just do a little bit of, you know me, I'll grab my brushes and do a little bit of colouring, and you can hardly see it anyway. I've got a blue one here. Let's try the Lost Lagoon. Okay, people, is Lost Lagoon blue or is it green? You do the alternatives? Yeah, I think I think I'd just like to use it as like a big ephemera pack if I was going to. I did see the one that's just come out, and that one didn't enthrall me too much. I might do this green, I think. But having never had it, I can't really make judgment. So I'm leaving that to, but I don't want this one. So that gives me time. Oh, okay. That gives me time to decide. Fabulous card. Thank you. I'm just going to do this little bit on the inside here. Did we decide whether Lost Lagoon was blue or whether it was green? The other one that I have a thing like that with is Pretty Peacock, although I do think it's green. Just a little bit more in there. I usually like to do a couple of colours. Let's pop a bit of, yeah, let's do Pretty Peacock in on that and see how it goes. Oh my goodness, my desk is a mess. There we go. Lost Lagoon with a little bit of Pretty Peacock. Pop that underneath, and then I would just stick that. Yeah, maybe like that. Let's pop it in there just to give it that bit of colour. I probably did that there darker than I normally would have. I'll pop it there. And look, you know what? I've always got something hanging around I can put that one, or I can put that one. No, I think we'll stick with the beiges, and I will put... I look into this little... I've got a thing at my computer here, and I look down there, and I've got all sorts of things down there. Let's pop that with that. One going one way, one going the other. There we go. That gives us a bit of... Pretty Peacock is green to you. Yeah. All right. And there is our card for today amongst the mess. And it will lay flat. It will need to go into a 5x7 envelope. Just a little bit in there. I will put something in there when I need to, when I send it or give it or whatever. All right. So luckily I did give myself that extra 5 minutes. Hey. Oh dear, that was so funny. For those of you that came on a little bit later, I started this morning at 25 past. I went to do to click on one thing, and I clicked on go live, and I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do now, so I'm just going to have to go live. But I had a couple of earlies on, so that was lovely too. I wasn't talking to myself at all. Thank you so much, everybody. Let me come back up to the top. There we go. So I will see you all again on Monday. I'm going to try and be good again this weekend. The other weekend I was really good, and I made got all my cards not ready, but I knew what I was going to be doing every day. And this week I knew what I was doing with the first ones for the week, but then after that I was lost, and going out last night as well didn't particularly help. Time for you to take your nighttime meds. Good night, Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to see you. So if you've been watching and you're sitting in the background, no, Susie's not doing a live yesterday. She didn't do one yesterday, and she's not doing one today. Her plan was to get her computer down and hopefully get it to the new place and set up over the weekend so that she may be able to start again Monday. It just depends also on how quickly she can get her internet sorted. Okay, so... and also if she's got the internet on, it does take a little while sometimes for them to connect the internet. Alrighty, so I will be back on Monday. As I was saying, if you're sitting in the background, I would really appreciate thumbs up, a share if you'd feel like that. If not, just subscribe to the channel. It does help to get it out there, and then we can show more and more people what we can do. And and I get to talk to lots more people. We have made so many friends since, well, I've certainly made a lot of friends. She I'll let her tell the story. So it's a bit sad, but it's not sad. She's happy that she's moving, let's put it that way. So I will see you all on Monday. That's it. Bye for now, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and yours, and I will see you all next week. Bye for now.